We'll avoid all of that.
And that's fine with me.
So go take care of that. Let's get this fucking done and be finished with it. Because, dude, it's one of those things, man, where you've got to learn, bro. That fucking bullshit that you hear from grade school, honesty is always the best policy, bro. That shit is true. Like I said, dude, you never saw me. You never saw me the whole time you were here when I was out of work telling people I'm working. Because I wasn't. Because that was the truth. Bro, you just tell the truth to people. You know, I was down for you, man. I vouched for you. I made sure that everybody knew, you know what, he made a mistake. You know, we've all fucked up. We've all done things wrong. Give the guy a break.
And that's why, the only person I tell, that's right, I hit you up every time I've got a problem. Like, hey, we had a change in plans. This is what's going to happen.
I get, and bro, I've been told that. But like I told you, lies are very much like oil, man. No matter how much you put on top of it, they always seem to seep up. They always seem to come to the surface. They just do. And believe me, I've learned that through experience, man, in life. Whenever you tell one lie, bro, you got to tell 20 more to cover it. That's the problem with them. You know what I mean? It's just that shit stacks on you, man. And the shit stacked on you. And finally, the shit just came down like a fucked up house of cards, bro. Like I said, I didn't want this shit to happen. That's why I kept telling you and kept deterring you, dude. Just be straight edge. If shit changes, if you know, if this is going on, if that's going on, this is bullshit. Don't tell me nothing that's not true, man.
Well, everything I told you with the money, everything was supposed to happen at that point.
And I get that. That's not even what this is about. It's more about the fact that you tell lies about little things, bro. About little things.
I know,
and the one thing
I don't really,
bro. Come on, man. If you even want to have a situation to where when we see each other at Airsoft, we see each other out about to where we don't have that animosity, man. Be straight with me now. Don't be like that. Give me the respect of that.
And I'm telling you, I can get you the money by the agreed upon date.
Oh no,
We made an agreement.
Dude, you got it, man. I'm more concerned, bro, that you're not getting what I'm trying to tell you, man. You're not getting it. You know, I understand all of that shit and all this shit. I'm not talking to you. Candace already handled the money situation. That aside, that's not what we're discussing right now. I'm discussing to you as a fucking man.
Well, it's hard for me to stand here and, you know, it's hard for me to do that when, if we're going to talk openly, let's have an open conversation. Even before that, even after that, I mean, the period after when we had the discussion in the van, you told everybody here everybody was cool.
Yeah.
After that, there's dirty shit going on behind my back. I didn't bring it up to you because
dude, I
and it grinds on me. So I tell you, Bart, I've got a problem. Can we deal with it? It never gets dealt with.
And what do I tell you? I said there are a bunch of fucking kids. The only person around here that can do anything about anything is me.
I agree with that, which is why I bring it to you.
So there was no risk to you.
It was a pretty big risk at that point, because at that point, let's call it what it is. Greg is on thin ice. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
So I said I'm probably in the same neck of the woods he is. So if there's any issues I need to bring up with Bart, I need to bring them up. I need to bring them up now.
Right. And how many times though did I come to you and give you the opportunity and say, hey, bro, just tell me the truth on this situation. Are you sure this took place? Yeah, it took place, and it did. Because the thing of Code Red, dude, did not happen, bro. I've talked to too many people that were there at the time, and everybody said that they didn't see any.
So what happens when I call the person with the GoPro and it's on the GoPro?
You know, then you can show that to me next time I see you. But like I said, bro, it's one of those things where you wouldn't, because you even came to me after the fact and even told me then that he had to go to court for it. I've checked with court. There was never a case filed. Nothing got docketed for it. Nothing remotely matching even that charge. The only Andean that actually had a case was for a minor traffic violation back about 3 weeks ago. That was it. And that was in all of Riverside County. Like I told you, bro, I know people everywhere, man. You know, and like I said, man, Candace is pissed off because of that. I'm more hurt, dude. Because I don't like, it hurts me the fact that somebody that I consider my friend that I let close to me violated my trust.
It's not that I wanted to violate your trust. I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's the fact that
violating someone's trust is violating somebody's trust, regardless of it.
Well, I don't agree with that. But the thing is, what irritates me And if we're going to speak openly, let's put,
No,
it all,
just we're
let's
open.
put the
Just
cards
you
on
don't
the
have to
table.
keep caveating that.
I really started feeling that if you really want to get into it, and we're going to do that, I honestly did not kill her dog. I have no way to prove that. But I honestly did not do it. But the fact that she goes around and spreads to everybody,
You're a fucking liar.
prove it.
You wanna know what's funny?
Okay, time out.
Let's get into that issue. You
I've
have
talked-
no problems
I've
with me
talked
up
Cameron-
until that
I
point.
never mentioned my dog outside this house, bitch.
Stop. Shut up. Silence. Now I've talked to Cameron, I've talked to Christian, I've talked to that Andrew Queer, I've talked to Sean, I've talked to the what's his name, Jake, whatever the fuck that kid's name is, Jacon,
Chicken.
whatever, the other fat white kid that you talked to, Eric,
Colin.
and I've talked to all of them, and they say 90% of the time when that shit comes up, you bring it up. All of them say that, and I talk to them separately, man.
Well, the problem is, 3 days after it happens, Cameron tells me, dude, Nikki just told me this.
And I
What's going on?
have my help. And I have no doubt.
But the fact is, the problem is, he tells one person, Nikki tells one person, he tells 3 other people, and that's the web that is started.
And bro, that is what it is.
But the
But what
problem
does that have to? What does that have to do with you feeding me bullshit about
What
the
it has-
red
it-
thing and stuff
what
like that?
pisses me off about that, though, is if he tells one person, all of a sudden, I'm getting asked about it every day.
Yeah, but Andrew, this is all deflection, man.
It's not deflection. It's
Well, you know what, dude? Like I said, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on that. It's just it is what it is, man.
and then also moving forward to a more prevalent issue.
Okay.
A little more prevalent issue.
So,
About a week ago, when we had the discussion with, I'm going to take care of this, we can get this, I'll
Okay.
get this to you.
got you.
And then that fell apart, so I had to sell the van.
Yeah.
That fell apart.
Yeah.
It got sold, I got you what you needed, we walked
Yeah.
away clean.
Yeah.
The problem that I have is everybody else, because I think you and I were the only 2 people, you, I, and Candace later,
Yeah.
had the full details on what went on.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, so who else? Who else did we do?
All of a sudden, Christian comes up to me and tells me, dude, the kids are saying you haven't paid any rent. What, the van got sold 3 weeks ago. How's up with that?
Well, dude, that's fucking.
No, but it becomes a problem when
But you're asking to control the mouths of teenagers, and that ain't gonna happen. They run their fucking mouths reckless.
I never had a problem with them running their mouths,
You know.
but when they do it with vengeance in mind is when I start having a problem. And I requested it stop. It didn't stop.
And the one thing is, you're bringing this to me now.
I brought it up to you before. I said, Bart, there's a cold game going on. I don't know.
And you brought up
I don't know
the dog.
what's going on.
And you said
the
the dog
dog's still going around.
And you heard me address it.
And it still went on days after.
And it was going to, Andrew. And it was going to, because they're fucking kids. And there's no way to make them do what you want.
I'm not
them
asking you to
do.
make them do what you
Well,
what you want them
that
to
is
do.
essentially what you are asking, because you're saying that why are you they didn't do what you wanted them to do, dude. They're fucking kids, dude. That's why I told you to distance yourself to an extent with that, because they're kids. Kids are gonna act like you. That's why you don't see me out here hanging out with them, dude. I'm a grown ass adult. You're a grown ass adult, man. We don't need to be out here hanging out with these kids because they act like children.